yeah, within that sexual energy and that sexual union, that phallus, when it becomes erect, is literally directing that energy. So you are literally directing your inner chi, which is your inner genie, inner chi. And with that energy, as it's going through the woman's vagina, the woman's portal, that portal is almost like the lamp. So within that lamp houses light and allows that light to take form. And this is where we get all this like sex magic from. How do we ignite and give life to that which we want to create through the sexual union? It's actually understanding the alchemy of this cosmic sexuality and the power that we hold within our genitalia, when we can see them on the multi-dimensional levels and the actual frequency that they embody. Like when we actually know, like, okay, what is a phallus? Like, what actually is it? What is it for? Why is it shaped the way it is? What does that erectness mean? What is the energy? What is the charge that is richly rushing through a man and makes a man want to connect with a womb, man?
Yeah. Well, some say.
So it is literally about anchoring in and giving life to that which you want to create. So whether we are creating on a physical form, making a child and creating a child and a shell for that child to come through and embody, or whether we are actually creating a new paradigm, a new reality. Like, there is so much power in the sexual activity. So when you are consciously directing that energy, so as you're getting those liquid crystal drops that are coming like from the brain, it's being released and it's flowing all down the tubes of your spine and into the genitalia and coming out through the penis while you're inside the woman, and the woman is able to actually incubate those desires and incubate those relationships that you want to cultivate and nurture, and allow those bodies of entities, because whenever you create in the vision or idea, it's almost like it's becoming an entity in itself. So that womb is incubating that entity. To think about corporations or businesses. When we create a business, we're creating an entity.
Yeah.
It's a business entity now. It's got a name. It's got a form. It's got an energy. Now it needs life. It needs life to be given to it. It needs our energy. So the same way, when that idea that you want to manifest is within that woman, and that woman is able to create almost like an incubation chamber for that which you want to see grow, it's literally about flowing the sexual energy from you in her, up through the heart channels, through the third eye, and back down through the crown, and literally looping that energy of light. So you are literally creating worlds. So with the sexuality, we're creating worlds. Like, sexuality is so potent, it's so rich, and there's so many levels to it. So it is like, we don't have to just like say, okay, we're not going to have sex at all, and we're going to save this energy. Like, sex again is at all.
It has its
It is a tool.
Yeah.
Knowing and understanding.
Well, that's dope, because I don't think a lot of people are familiar with just its correlation with how it can be used with just alongside with creation. With creation, obviously we know sex in terms of creation, it can, could create another human being and stuff, but just how you summed it up there, I think it gives people a lot of awareness to just the link between creation and sex, the whole cosmic link and stuff, because that goes deep. And then yeah, no, that's pretty interesting. Some say even the shapes of the genitalia are similar to the shapes of the pineal and pituitary gland and stuff as well. So there's different understanding of how these things could come together and should come together. So that's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you just keep dropping the bombs. You just keep dropping bombs.
Yeah, man. Like,
The thing about the stuff you're dropping,
that's my topic. That is literally my topic. That literally gets the people flowing.
But I hear a lot of even this. It's not just there's a lot of high science in what you say too. Even science that I've heard from scholars like Phil Valentine and stuff. Some of the high scholars and stuff. You drop a lot of high science too. So it ain't just words. The science and stuff's in it right behind it too. So you should be like a doctor in Soulgasmic Ascension. Yeah, that should be your title. The doctor of Soulgasmic Ascension. The doc.
I am a Tantric Medicine Woman, and we know about medicine women, and when that information and structure of consciousness actually lays within the seat of the woman, it's so powerful. And the medicine woman is the doctor, isn't it? Really? So that's what I am, a Tantric Medicine Woman.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
But I think there's hope for the future, definitely. I think when we hear about some of our people in the past, even when you talk about just looping the sexual energy around, that can be that can be traced to ancient Egyptians, sex magic and stuff like that as well. These are things that were sciences. I guess I don't think there was a time on the planet where I think everybody, particularly everybody, was at a sort of high level and practicing everything. But I do believe a lot of this information was clearly out there before and was understood on different levels, and there was more of an emphasis on teaching it to people as they ascend along their journeys respectively, and coming to a point where they can then learn something higher and then take the next step. But I think the society that we live in now just limits or inhibits a lot of that growth, because there's so much power behind it, as you said, and even from the things that you say, even just the mental freedom or spiritual freedom you can gain is probably why they don't want you to know, or it's not.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Like the gems just, anytime I'm passionate, like the channel just opens and then the frequency information just comes through, literally.
I appreciate it. And this, to me personally, this is the beautiful thing about even me having this podcast, because I'm quite expressive and vocal in my own way in different regard, but when I do this, I get the chance to even listen and receive, because I got some of the homies from the States and other places that call me for advice or call me for even sometimes just to shoot the breeze on certain things. And in that dynamic, I'm usually the one that's just, flowing and letting shit flow and, in different, dynamics of conversation. So even for me, it's refreshing that I can just receive. I hope I ain't, you don't think I would just be waffling on and wasting your time, but because I feel like
no way.
You got so much valuable stuff you've been saying. I feel like, I'm just here like a student listening at the same time.
No way. It's literally it's been beautiful. It's been a blessing just to be able to, I always say I'm honored to be on the platform and honored that you are literally allowing me to share this light, share this wisdom, share this energy and frequency of information for the awakening of the collective consciousness. Because for me, it's anchored within me to do this, to be this, to live this. This is a living thing, literally a way of life. So I'm just honored. I am honored for the opportunity.